Good morning. Today is January the 19th. I've been doing some cleanup in the old house, so I'm going to give you a walkthrough and maybe a little bit of a talk through on what I've been doing here. So, we're starting off in the outside detached garage. This is where all the hay was, or at least a few bales of hay that are right here. I've dragged out all those bales of hay that we're starting to mold from greenhousing in here, and I sprayed some bleach, 50-50 bleach water on places where it looked like the mold was starting to develop, such as around this wood over here. Yesterday I started pulling things out. There were lots of table and wood things over here, and water was still settled around them, so I'm moving those out, sweeping out that water, taking out all the leftover hay refuse. As you can see, this is kind of where the water line was up to in here. So I'm trying to ventilate this area out and get all the remaining water out. So I'm opening up all the windows and the main door to vent the garage, and I'm going to be going through here of stuff that needs to just get out of here, period, and be put in our dump heap. Things like this group of stuff: hay, papers, things that are all waterlogged and garbage now. So everything that's coming out of the house, all the wet, damp things, boards, flooring, are all out here. I haven't been able to work in the garage much, other than opening the windows to vent it and trying to move some things around away from the walls. The garage door does not open. Water pulled the door away from the wall and took the track and bent it. So the door is pretty much just stuck closed. It's missing rollers, and the springs in the corner have popped. So without force and adjustment, this door does not open. I do see in here, it looks like that the water is bowing the walls. I'm not sure if that's just the outside covering or the wall behind it. I'm going to have to pull that off eventually, try to vent that. Here we are in the living room. There was still a little bit of this protective silver flooring material on the floor right here by the back door, and as you can see, that was enough to keep this part of the floor somewhat damp, so I discarded all that. I still have baseboard in this living room that I'm going to be taking out. Things like the DVDs down here, it reached in there, so all those DVDs and stuff have to come out. This is the place in the wall where I was checking to see how wet insulation was here, and it went up about a foot approximately. So I know that even though it's dry on the outside, or there are places where it's dry on the inside, there's going to need to be some inspection and probably replacement. I'm going to be sweeping up and trying to move things out of the living room today. Here we are in the kitchen. I've opened up all of the kitchen cabinets down below, try to get some air in there, turned on the fan in here, the fan above the stove. Opened up, of course, the windows and the doors in here. Turn on the fan. front door area. I started working on that. I removed all the watered down wood flooring, and I'm sweeping that up today. Sweeping all the refuse that I cut off. Same with the hallway. I have sweeping in here to do. This is the bedroom closest to the kitchen. This is Jasmine's room. Yesterday I came in here and I pulled up all the carpet board. It was damp underneath here. As you can see, it's like stained right where the nails are. Did the same thing in here. There were a couple of spaces where I checked in the wall. Here, where I checked in the wall. As you can see, well, maybe not, but this, about a foot into here, is also damp. So I figure it's probably that way around most of the house. I took off the outlet covers to try to get some air into the room. Opening the doors in here. I had the fan on, just had them off for now so that you can hear me. Outlet covers. Still taking out outlet covers in here. As you can see in the corners, in some places where the just totally got wet and detached. Hall closet still has a little bit of stuff I need to take out of here. Leaving all the doors open here to try to vent these areas out. Hallway, I took off all the baseboard, warped and wet. Try to get some air in the hallway. This place right here, somewhere that was wet and just broke through. It was bubbled out and I was able to just poke my finger through. This is the boys' room at the back of the house. Again, opening windows. I'm taking off outlet covers. I rose the bed a little bit off the floor. I haven't been able to get it out yet, but I took it off the floor so that I could vent underneath. I put a box fan here to blow air underneath the house. Attic is open as well to try to circulate air through the house, keep it from getting stale. And I keep moving the things around in here a little bit to try to make sure that the airflow changes and everything gets dried out. This is the kind of stuff that I pulled out of here, and it's developing or developed some of this blackness on it. This is where the washer and dryer is, or was. Been running the fan in here. Same with the bathroom. I had the fan running in here, opened up all the doors. You can see that the water actually came up and deposited dirt and things in here. This would probably be from the septic system actually. That's again the water line. And it's possibly about 6 inches. There's two kinds of baseboard in here, at least two kinds. There's a shorter style, and this is the taller style. So sometimes it looks a little bit taller. Backyard. We have some air movers that are blowing air into rooms that I'm going to be moving around today. I'm going to be pulling up all this carpet, tacking around the corners. I'm trying to move the bed out today. Again, here I put the bed up on bits of the flooring to try to make sure it doesn't stick to the ground. I'll move that around. Moving these doors open and shut. I'll probably take these off the track today just so it gets better airflow. Same with all these doors, opening them all up, making sure air gets in everywhere. Same thing in the back room, of course, with opening up windows to make sure the rooms are getting ventilated and taking off baseboard. More fans, try to draw out the closet. There was water in this closet even up until yesterday, which would be January 18th. There was still water and it was still damp in the closet. This is right here, actually. That carpet tack board around the edges right here, still wet. So I'm gonna pull that up. In the bathroom here, see that there's still dirt deposited around on the ground. Here, it lifted up the bottom of these cupboards down here. So mainly today what I'm going to be doing is pulling up the tack board that's around the edges, making sure outlet covers are off, moving the fans around, and adding more stuff to the waste pile, trying to make sure it's all consolidated and easier to get rid of. Okay, that's today.